You already stopped hating your own mind. Now it's time to get it to pay you like the asset it actually is. If you've watched this channel for a while, you've done the healing part. You know you're not broken, not scattered, not a failure for having too many interests. But knowing your mind is valuable and getting the market to write you a check for it are two completely different things. And a lot of you are stuck in that exact gap. Capable of anything, paid like you're capable of nothing. Take a breath, because that gap is not a character problem. It's an engineering problem, and engineering problems have solutions. The old portfolio method taught you to honor your range. This is the next step, turning that range into a $200,000 career on purpose with a blueprint. Not guaranteed, not overnight, but structurally achievable for a mind like yours if you build it right. Let me show you the architecture. Here's the shift that changes everything. A portfolio displays your interests as separate things. Stacking fuses them into one rare thing. And rare is where the money lives. Companies do not pay a premium for range on a resume. They pay a premium for a combination that solves a problem no single specialist can. That's the whole game, and it has a name. Pillar 1. Build the stack. Become a category of one. Stop trying to be the best in the world at one skill. That's a brutal, nearly unwinnable game. Instead, get genuinely good, top 10 or 20%, at 2 or 3 skills that rarely appear in the same person. Psychology plus business plus software. Design plus data plus writing. Each one alone is common. The intersection is almost unique. This is the skill stacking principle, and it's the engineering core of a high-value pattern weaver career. When you stack 3 skills that rarely combine, you stop competing on price against specialists because there's no one to compare you to. You become a category of one, and a category of one sets the rate instead of accepting it. Your job is to find the 2 or 3 threads from your graveyard of interests that, stacked, make you the only person in the room who can do a specific valuable thing. That stack is your product, not your range, your specific, deliberate combination. Pillar 2. Become the pilot AI can't replace. Now the fear. A lot of you, especially the engineers and operators, are watching AI absorb generalist tasks and quietly panicking that your kind of work is next. Reframe it. AI is the greatest specialist ever built. It can go deeper and faster into any single domain than any human, which means the deep, narrow work is exactly what's becoming cheap. What AI cannot do, at least not yet, is connect distant domains with judgment, taste, and context, and decide which connection actually matters. That is the pattern weaver function. That is your function. So you don't compete with AI. You pilot it. You become the person who summons a dozen specialist outputs and weaves them into something coherent that none of them could see alone. In a world where expertise is suddenly free, the rare and expensive thing is the mind that knows which questions to ask and how the answers fit together. That mind commands a premium precisely because the machine made everything around it cheap. Pillar 3. Engineer the high-value exit. Here's how you actually escape the smart and broke trap, and it's a shift in what you sell. An employee sells time in a title. That's a capped, comparable, haggleable thing. A high-leverage pattern weaver sells outcomes on complex, cross-functional problems. You stop applying for roles and start hunting the messes, the tangled multidisciplinary problems that live in the gaps between departments, that no specialist owns because they span too many fields. Those gaps are your native territory. The exit path is from employee to the person who solves the problem nobody else can, to consultant or system builder who gets paid against the value created, not the hours spent. That is where the real income lives, and it's structurally available to you in a way it isn't to a specialist, because the specialist can't cross the gaps. You can. The honest part. One straight word, because I respect you. 200,000 is a real target, not a promise. It takes building a genuine stack, delivering real outcomes, and time. Anyone selling you a guaranteed number is selling you something. What I can tell you honestly is that the architecture is sound, and that minds like yours are becoming more valuable, not less. You spent years believing your distraction was a liability. It was always latent leverage. You just never had the blueprint to build it into income. Now you do. Stop displaying your range. Start engineering your stack. If this gave you the structural confidence you've been looking for, subscribe and join a community of pattern weavers building high-leverage careers on purpose. And tell me in the comments, what 2 or 3 skills are you going to stack into your category of 1? Drop them below. Thanks for watching. Now go build the thing only your combination can build.